The fan-controlled football league had the football world buzzing as 48-year-old Hall of Fame legendary receiver Terrell Owens caught a touchdown pass at the age of 48, which is just unheard of. But the quarterback who threw him the ball isn't getting enough publicity for just how insane his own story is. Danny Southwick played his high school ball at Timpview High School in Provo, Utah, where during his time there, his mom married TV legend Larry King. After his high school days were over, Danny went on to the local school, BYU, where he would then leave for a 2-year mission trip and come back to Oregon State, where he would transfer a couple times after that, bouncing around to the University of Utah, Dixie State, and eventually ending his career at Occidental, alma mater of USFL quarterback Brian Scott. If his story ended here, Danny Southwick would undoubtedly be a journeyman. 5 colleges in one player's career is just an insane amount. But luckily for us, his story doesn't end here, as in 2008, he would get his first professional shot with the AF2's Louisville Fire, that is a minor league affiliate of the Arena Football League. But unfortunately, after his first season there in 2008, the team would go under and cease to exist, so Danny would be on the move again. But he must have done something right, because this time was his big break, and he would get to sign with the Oakland Raiders. This was it. This was Danny's big break. This was his shot at the NFL. He would finally get the opportunity to prove himself against NFL competition. This is what players dream for. This is why you wake up and go to the gym every day, to get the opportunity to prove yourself in the NFL. Unfortunately, this opportunity didn't work out for Danny. He was released before preseason even started, and that was his last time signing with an NFL team. But Danny was undeterred. Just because the NFL said no doesn't mean that he couldn't still play professional football. So he turned to the Arena League, where he would have a decade-long career where he would switch teams 20 times. For frame of reference, the NFL record for most teams played with is held by J.T. O'Sullivan, who played with 10 NFL teams. Like I said, Danny would go on to completely destroy that number in the Arena League, where in 2011 he would sign with the Dallas Vigilantes to be released and end up on the Tampa Bay Storm, where he was then released again and spent 2012 with the San Jose SaberCats. In 2013, he played for the San Antonio Talons, Chicago Rush, and Cleveland Gladiators. In 2014 and 15, he'd get a little taste of stability with the Portland Thunder, and then he'd go on to play for 2 more teams in 2015 with the Spokane Shock and Los Angeles Kiss. In 2016, he would play for 3 teams with the Portland Thunder, Los Angeles Kiss again, and the Orlando Predators. He would spend 2017 with the Cleveland Gladiators again, and then in 2018, he'd play for 3 different teams with the Massachusetts Pirates, Jacksonville Sharks, and Philadelphia Souls. And then in 2019, he would play for the Columbus Destroyers. In 2020 and 2021, he spent that with the Jersey Flight, and then he would return to the Jacksonville Sharks. And that all accumulated to 883 pass attempts, 6,294 passing yards, 113 touchdowns, and a 94.45 passer rating, and 3 rushing touchdowns on top of it. And like I said, he's not done. He's still currently in the fan-controlled football league. Oh, and on top of that, he was going to school to get his doctorate this entire time, so he's prepared for life after football. So, while Danny Southwick might not go into the history books like a Peyton Manning or an Aaron Rodgers will, he still will get to end his football career when he wants it to end. No one's going to tell him he's not good enough. It's going to end on his terms, and ultimately, that is the dream when it comes to playing football. While he won't be rich and famous, he got to spend his life playing the game he loves, and that's ultimately what any player could ask for. So, the moral of the story is, if you want to play football, don't give up on playing pro football. There are opportunities to go do it. The XFL is on the way. The USFL just started. The Indoor Football League is still around. There's multiple European leagues. Heck, there's the Canadian League. If you want to play professional football, the only person really stopping you from doing it is you. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little video on Danny Southwick. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe, and hopefully you found his story as interesting as I did. I just think it's really cool that even if you're not the best football player, you can still make a career playing the game you love for